Good morning and welcome back to the Mining Stock Daily Morning Briefing, presented by the Clear Commodity Network and delivering today's top news in mining and mineral exploration. From the new ClearCom studios, here's your host, Trevor Hall.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Mining Stock Daily Morning Briefing. This is Trevor Hall, and it is Wednesday, June 3rd. Gold is down 0.6% to $4,488 an ounce on that front month contract. Silver is down 1% to $74.72. Copper, that's pulling back slightly from those recently achieved all-time highs of about 0.2 to $6.60 a pound. The backdrop for the metals retreat this morning is a 2% rise in oil prices, with crude pushing higher on a fresh stall in U.S. and Iranian negotiations. Iran suspended talks in protest over Israel's expanded actions in Lebanon, while Tehran says it violated the ceasefire framework. President Trump pushed back, telling reporters talks are continuing at a rapid pace, but the market's reading through that. The pattern is clear. Every time the street gets optimistic about a deal, something happens to reset expectations. On the copper side, Chile reported its weakest April output in 23 years. Monthly production fell 13.8% year over year to roughly 400,000 tons, pressured by a high comparison base and declining ore grades at major operations across the country. For a market already watching supply tightly, that number reinforces the structural case for copper even as the price consolidates. We'll get to the news out of the miners and explorers here in just a moment, but first a quick word about today's sponsor. This episode of Mining Stock Daily in the Morning Briefing is brought to you by Equinox Gold. Equinox Gold is a Canadian multi-mine gold producer with operations across the Americas, including Greenstone in Ontario and Valentine in Newfoundland. The company is currently advancing a combination with Orla Mining and would create a new senior gold producer targeting over 1.1 million ounces of annual production from 6 North American mines. A deal expected to close in Q3 of this year. You can learn more at equinoxgold.com.
Hey everyone, Justin Hune of Uranium Insider here, inviting you to check out the Going Nuclear podcast, co-hosted by yours truly and Trevor Hall and produced by the Clear Commodity Network. Each episode, we dive deep into the uranium sector and the fast-evolving world of nuclear energy and uranium investment. From supply dynamics to policy developments and market trends, we bring you the insights that matter most to energy investors and industry watchers. You can find Going Nuclear on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and at clearcommodity.net. Clear Commodity Network, digital news on the physical markets.
And here's what you need to know this morning. DPM Metals has announced a discovery of a high-grade porphyry copper-gold mineralization adjacent to its Chelopech mine in Bulgaria, and the numbers are pretty exceptional. The initial results from the new discovery zone returned 713 meters of 2.5 grams per ton gold equivalent, comprising of 1.31 grams per ton gold and 1.16% copper. The mineralization is located adjacent to the existing Chelopech mine concession, distinct from the Wedge Zone deep discovery reported inside the mine last year, and represents a new porphyry copper-gold system immediately on the doorstep of one of DPM's flagship producing assets. The scale and grade of this intercept puts it among the most significant new porphyry discoveries announced anywhere in the world this year. DPM Metals trades on the TSX with DPM. Awalé Resources has reported multiple high-grade intervals outside of the current mineral resource estimate at the Charger 2 target in Côte d'Ivoire, with drilling returning 18 grams per ton gold over 7 meters. The result is from step-out holes at Charger 2, separate from the resource definition drilling at Charger 1, and extends the high-grade gold corridor beyond the current resource footprint. Awalé is building towards an initial mineral resource estimate encompassing the BBM, Charger, and Empire targets, and expects to deliver that estimate in Q2, so soon. Awalé Resources trades on the venture with ARIC. Selkirk Copper has released its final Phase 1 drill program results from the Minto copper-gold-silver mine in Yukon, capping what the company describes as one of the largest drilling programs completed in the Yukon in the past decade. It's over 52,000 meters across 175 holes, with an 87% hit rate intersecting one or more mineralized lenses of significant grade and thickness. Results today included 4.1 meters of 10.22% copper equivalent in Area 118 and 3.8 meters of 8.99% copper equivalent in Minto East. Phase 2 is now underway, targeting up to an additional 50,000 meters, with the expanded program covering resource delineation, infill, geotechnical, and geometallurgical drilling to support a planned feasibility study. Selkirk Copper trades on the venture with SCMI. Canterra Minerals has expanded the Lundberg VMS footprint at the Buckens project in central Newfoundland, with a hole returning 57.15 meters of 0.57% copper equivalent, and has confirmed a high-grade lens at the 2-level target, returning 4.34% copper equivalent over 1.65 meters. Buckens is one of Canada's historically richest VMS districts. The former Asarco Buckens mine was among the world's highest grade base metal deposits. Canterra is systematically expanding and delineating the Lundberg deposit and adjacent targets with ongoing drilling. Canterra Minerals trades on the venture with CTM. Koryx Copper has provided a development update from the Hybe Copper project in southern Namibia, one of Africa's largest underdeveloped copper porphyry deposits. The company now has 14 drill rigs on site, has raised over $100 million since assuming management control, and filed an updated mineral resource estimate earlier this month incorporating molybdenum and gold byproduct credits that materially improve the copper equivalent grade. A pre-feasibility study is targeted for completion by end of this year. The 2025 PEA modeled approximately 100,000 tons of copper production per year at a conservative copper price, with estimated initial capital of approximately $1.5 billion. Koryx Copper trades on the venture with KRY. American Pacific Mining has identified a large-scale MT anomaly at the Madison Copper-Gold project in Montana, with drill testing now underway. The 3D MT survey defined a deep penetrating anomaly consistent with a large porphyry copper-gold system beneath the adjacent to the known skarn mineralization of Madison. The company's 15,000-meter drill program, combined with 10,000 meters of RC drilling on a shallow skarn targets and 5,000 meters of diamond core drilling on deeper porphyry targets, did commence a few days ago, with initial assay results expected later in the summer. American Pacific Mining trades on the CSE with the symbol USGD and on the OTC with USGDF. And Apex Critical Metals has announced an expansion of its drill program at the Rift Rare Earth project and outlined its second half 2026 exploration plans. Following the close of a $15 million financing, the total 2026 program has been expanded to between 22,000 and 25,000 meters, up from the initial scope, with 12,000 meters completed across 18 drill holes to date. An additional 16 to 18 holes are planned, covering both step-out drilling along strike and down dip and select infill drilling. The expanded program is designed to support an inaugural mineral resource estimate targeted for the first half of 2027, with preliminary metallurgical and mineralogy work also beginning in the second half of this year. Apex Critical Metals trades on the CSE with the symbol APXC. All right, that's your morning briefing here on Mining Stock Daily. It is produced by Clear Commodity Network and available and distributed throughout the world through your podcast network of choice at clearcommodity.net. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Be well. The information presented should not be considered investment advice. Mining Stock Daily and its affiliates are not responsible for any loss arising from any investment decision in connection with the material presented herein. Please do your own research or speak to a licensed financial representative before making any investment decisions.